Hello, welcome to TCFL Central, home of the Game of the Week and the Week in Review shows. Today, on the Week in Review, we're going to go over Round 1 of the TCFL playoffs. That's the wild card round. We'll take a quick look at each of the games. We'll go to the Detroit at Yosemite. The major upset of the day is Detroit number 4 seed knocked off Yosemite 32-31. You take a look at the scoring drives. Detroit got on the board first, then Yosemite with a field goal. Yosemite took the lead with touchdown. Detroit came back with 2 touchdowns to take an 18-10 lead. You may notice there that the kicker wasn't quite on his game as he missed 3 straight extra points. It's surprising they even let him out for the third one. And let's see, who was that kicker? Oh yeah, that was Victor Brooks. You can see he had an excellent day at the extra point line. He had 2 of 5. Hey, going back up here, after Detroit took an 18-10 lead, Yosemite came back with a touchdown and got within 1. Then at the end of the half, Detroit scored once again. This time the extra point was good for a 25-17 lead. Third quarter scoring with just a Yosemite field goal. Made it 25-20. Yosemite came back early in the fourth with another field goal to cut the lead to 2. Yosemite actually took the lead with 6 minutes left in the game, 31-25. But Detroit, on their last drive with 35 seconds left, scored on the Murray 4-yard pass to Cooper. Touchdown. Brooks made the extra point this time to give them a 32-31 lead. Of course, time ran out for Yosemite as they managed 3 plays and no yardage on the last 3 plays of the game. Ended up losing to Detroit 32-31. Total offense was Yosemite 510 yards, 400 plus yards passing. Detroit had 380 yards total offense, over 250 yards passing. Individual stats: Watson for Yosemite, 1 interception, 3 touchdowns. Murray for Detroit, no interception, 2 touchdowns. Watson threw for over 460 yards. Not too much on the rushing game other than Murray for 2 touchdowns rushing for a total of 4 touchdowns for Detroit. 2 in the air and 2 on the ground. Okay. Going through the play-by-play. And there's the starting lineups. Okay, next game up on the slate was Akron at Nashville. Akron with a not quite as major upset as Detroit, but they did defeat the number 2 wildcard team, Nashville, 24-10. Take a look at the scoring drives. Nashville, yes, Adderley, 94-yard kickoff return to start the game. And that was the only touchdown Nashville managed the whole game. Akron came back to tie it on a Henry 6-yard run. Nashville took the lead again, 10-7 on a field goal by Lux. Akron took the lead with a little under 5 minutes left in the half. William picked up a fumble and returned the 12 yards for a touchdown. That gave them a 14-10 lead. Fourth quarter, they scored another 10 points. They're wrapping up 24-10. Nashville could not get on the board in the second half. Take a look at the drives. Third quarter, Nashville was close enough for a field goal. 60, but they missed it. And there were not very many drives in the fourth quarter, if this is all correct. Nashville had a 16-yard play drive in the third, and it came up short. Then Akron had a 9. That's 25 plays right there. Then Nashville came back with another 9 till they had the ball 25 plays and could not put anything on the board. Oh, and another 7-play drive. No points again. Okay. Total offense, Akron over 300 at 310. Nashville not quite so good at 235. Take a look at the stats, the rushing stats. Akron nearly hit 200. Let's go down into the individual stats. Not a whole lot in the passing games, as neither quarterback threw a touchdown pass. Henry did rush for 138 yards and scored 1 touchdown. And there's your kickoff return by Adderley, a 94-yard touchdown to start the game. And that looks like that's about it. There's the play-by-play for anybody who wants to peruse it. And there's the starting lineups. Okay, game 2. Let's go to games 3. The first 2 games were on the head-to-head side. The second 2 games are on the PC side. We have Transylvania traveling to Putnam County. Remember, Transylvania won the 3-way tiebreaker with a 2-1 record against the other 2 teams. Transylvania came into the playoffs with a whopping 3-7 record to play the number 1 wildcard team in Putnam County. And it looked like it could have been a beginning of an upset. Transylvania scored in the first quarter, take an early 7-0 lead. Putnam County came back with a field goal. Then Transylvania scored another touchdown on a second cousin pass to make it 14-3. Putnam County scored a touchdown on their drive with a 59-yard run. Ooh-wee. And let's see, Putnam County ended the first half with a field goal, and the score was Transylvania 14, Putnam County 13. Unfortunately for Transylvania, they could not score in the second half. Actually, neither team scored in the third quarter. Fourth quarter, Putnam County kicked a field goal to take the lead with 10 minutes left. They were able to hold on. And in fact, they had even a touchdown very late in a safety very late in the fourth quarter to cap their scoring. And the final was 18-14. Take a look at the drive summaries. And Putnam County ended up with a little over 300 yards total offense, 200 passing. Transylvania could not do quite as well. They managed only about 237 yards total offense. Going down in the individual stats, Cousins did throw 2 touchdown passes for Transylvania, but it was just not enough. They had a tough time rushing, as you can see. Nobody rushed for very many yards. Average was under 3. The other side of the for Putnam County, see Swift, he only carried 8 times, but did get 66 yards because of that 59-yard touchdown run. In the receiving end, Montgomery caught 8 for Transylvania. Camara also caught 8 for Putnam County. Not much else in the stat for either one. And there's the play-by-play. And the starting lineups. Okay, we'll take a look at the final game on the first week's playoffs, wild card round. We have Hazard County going up against Champion. Hazard County was the number 3 seed. Champion, the number 2 seed. Take a quick look at this game. Hazard County got off to a good lead in the first quarter with a touchdown and a field goal. And that extra point itis seemed to be an issue for Hazard County too, as they missed an extra point. Champion did manage to score a touchdown before the end of the quarter, and the score was 9-7 after 1. Second quarter, Hazard County came back with 2 field goals. Champion a field goal, Hazard a field goal, Champion a field goal, Hazard another field goal. After all those field goals, it was Hazard County 21, Champion 13. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 field goals in the second quarter. Hazard had 4, Champion had 2. That's quite amazing if you ask me. Okay, Champion did get a touchdown in the third, followed another touchdown and a field goal. Take a look at the scoring. Hazard County did not score in the second half. Champion with their touchdown in the third cut the lead to 21-20. Scored a touchdown early in the fourth to take the lead 26-21. And then late in the game they kicked a field goal to win to get a 29-21 score, and that ended up being the final. Take a look down here. Hazard County had 11 plays and 53 yards on their last drive, but turned it over on downs. They just could not get it in the end zone. Hazard County 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Had 5 possessions in the second half. 3 punts. Turned it over on down, and it threw an interception. Total offense, Champion cracked the 400-yard mark with 420. Hazard County nearly got to 300 with 294. Both teams passed for over 200 yards. Let's see what the player stats are. Minshew, not much of a game for him. Allen did throw 2 touchdown passes for Champion. Rushing-wise, leader was Kellerman with 87 yards. Receiving-wise, Conley caught 10 for Champion for over 100 yards. Cole caught 7 passes for Champion, 2 of them for touchdowns. Allen did fumble twice for Champion, probably part of the reason why they did not play quite as well as they should have against Hazard County. And going through the rest of the stats and the play-by-play and the starting lineups. Okay, that's it for the 4 playoff games this past weekend. Let's take a look at the playoff brackets for this weekend's game. These will be the divisional matchups in round 2. Okay, we'll take a look at the head-to-head side. With the Detroit upset over Yosemite, they travel to Green. That'll probably be the 6 o'clock game on Sunday. Same with Akron. Akron's upset over Nashville, slid them into the second round against New York. That'll probably be the 8 o'clock game. For all you not in the know in the TCFL, that's the Akron owner is the son of the New York owner, so that should be a heated game there. Going on to the, let's see, that's the PC side. We have Putnam County squeezing by Transylvania. They slide into playing Front Street. That will probably be the 8 o'clock game. Champion with their win over Hazard County slots into the Winnipeg bracket. That should probably be the 6 o'clock game. Both of those will be played. Wait a minute. Let's go back a second. The PC side will be playing their game Sunday. So Champion Winnipeg 6 o'clock. Putnam County Front Street at 8. Detroit Green, Akron, New York on the head-to-head side. Those games will be played on Monday. Detroit Green at 6. Akron at New York at 8. So, take a look. You can see some of the statistics after the first playoff game. 80. There it comes back. Looks like it was a little slow. I do want to report on the big games of the week. We had a 300-yard passing. Yes, Watson, somebody had 461 with 3 touchdowns. 100-yard rushing games, we had one. Henry went over at 138. He scored a touchdown for Akron. And let's see, how the receiving 100-yard game. Just Brown had a 262, 200 plus. Did not score a touchdown though. Conley and Cook both also had 100-yard games with Cook getting a touchdown. Okay, well, I think that's it from TCFL Central. Remember, we have 2 games Sunday, and we have 2 games Monday. Sunday is the PC division conference games, and Monday are the head-to-head conference games. Well, until then, TCFL Central signing off. Good night.